After Trump's address, I spoke with CBSN political contributor and Republican strategist Rick Davis.
I don't think there's any question that the campaign for president has moved into a phase that requires more definition on policy. No question Donald Trump has gotten away with the fact that he hasn't had to really articulate in any kind of level of detail his tax plan, how he plans to handle entitlements, what he is going to do as a replacement to Obama's health care. I mean, all these things are sort of, even building the great and beautiful bridge against Mexico, none of this has any detail on how it's actually going to be implemented. Today, if you go in front of AIPAC, which is a policy group, and you don't have the ability to articulate details on U.S., Israeli, U.S., Middle East policy, you're going to be found wanting as a candidate for president. And so, no doubt, he's gotten professional help, from people around him who are experts in this field, and they crafted a speech that, is core Republican theology, and he did what he probably had to do, which was read it. It was the kind of thing that if he's going to continue to make progress as a presidential candidate, he has to show that there's more than just rhetoric and demagoguery. He has to show substance, and I'm sure that was the strategy for today.
On this particular issue of Israel, was he vulnerable on this before, based on some of his past statements?
Sure. I mean, he's never really articulated a clear vision of what he would see a Trump administration do as far as its relationship with Israel and Palestine. And yet, if anything, he's basically said, look, I'm this deal cutter. I'll come up with an agreement that's fair to both. And that immediately starts sounding bells in the Jewish and Israeli community, because what does that mean? I mean, there's defining a resolution to the Palestinian conflict with Israel in terms of a business transaction, made everybody very nervous, and he didn't clean it up for quite some time. So today was a ready-made forum for him to actually go in there and say, look, here I've got a vision. It's totally consistent with Republican theology in this area, and I should be able to check the box here. This is not going to help him win the nomination. It's not material to winning in Arizona on Tuesday or Utah, but it does show a level of ramping up of his campaign to the point where he can produce and execute a policy speech with pretty good result.
Yeah, how vastly different is this approach, Rick, from what we have seen in the past? I mean, not just talking about this particular address, but also the fact that he met with a group of Republican lawmakers for more than an hour today.
Well, I think it's a combination of a recognition that we are in this new phase of the campaign that requires more substance. So, he is actually starting to look at this process in a more traditional fashion. But also, too, it's a recognition by the establishment that highly likely Donald Trump's their nominee, and they've got to come to grips with that. And I'm sure there are elements of establishment Republicans who are still desperately finding a way out of the nomination for Donald Trump. But there's also a group who probably come to grips with it and said, look, if this is going to happen, we have to try to influence it so that it doesn't hurt long-term the prospects for the Republican Party.
All right, Rick Davis, CBSN political contributor. Thanks so much, Rick, for your thoughts.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.